well, let's just go ahead and look at discovery. We'll just do that, okay? Because this is a new search tool that we have. It's important to remember that discovery it searches across about 85% of our databases, but that means it misses about 15% of our databases. But it's a whole lot better than going to this page and picking them off one by one, because none of us have time for that. And so in the discovery tool, it is an EBSCO product, so it looks like the EBSCO databases. And y'all know that when you build searches in the databases, it's best to put either a word or a phrase in each box and stack your math. Y'all know that, right? Don't put research questions in there, like what's the effect of, what effect does media have on people's perceptions of violence? Just choose your keywords and stack your terms that way, right? So do you want to go with media and violence, or you want to throw out a subject? Media and violence? Okay. So if you put in media and violence here, now that's going to be a really broad search, right? Because it just has these two very broad terms. And on this page, you can set some limits. Like you might want to set the date, so that you might look within a narrow window. You might want to look for peer review, but if you're just starting out, I wouldn't do that. But don't do the full text only link in the databases. Any idea why? Huh? When you do the full text limit on the databases, it will only pull up things you can click on and get right there in that in that results list. But if you don't do it, it lets SFX show up, so you can click it here and find it in a different database. It also lets you know that articles exist, and then you have to track them down. So if you're really trying to mine the literature and learn all you can about a subject, don't do the full text limit on that. So we'll just go with media and violence. And let's see, we'll probably get a 1,000,006 hits on this. Yeah, just 57,000. Okay, but no, yeah, because it is kind of broad in general. And what it pulled up was books, journal articles, books. It's got these little icons over on the side. If you click on this source types right here and click on show more, these are all of the kinds of materials that are in that result list. And so a good strategy is to look at that list and go, oh my, but then look at the list and choose which kind of things that you want. So I want some kind of research stuff. Okay, so from this list, I'm going to do academic journals. I'm going to go ahead and do trade publications so I can find out what media professionals are writing about. Okay, because they're writing to other media professionals. And then I could get some ebooks. The library also has a streaming video database, so that this list also pulls up the streaming videos that are in that database. It's from educational video producing companies, so it's not like Netflix, you know, entertainment stuff, but it's nonfiction informational videos that could be useful as a source if your readers are okay with that. What else do I want? Reports. And do an update. It'll take it just a second, but that got it down to a little bit more manageable number, but it's still an awful lot. It is covering from 1900 to 2012, so you make a choice about if you want to reduce your range on that. But basically, just like in the other EBSCOs and in the other databases also, what you get here, you can look at the abstract, and you see search terms so that it will help you figure out other words that you might use, because I might want to add children to the search because that's where the conversation shows up the most. And then this one, it's got the SFX link inside the record. You click on that and it'll go look for it in the other databases. it's not in the other databases right here, so you can see if the library owns it. Now, people at other campuses, when you click on a link and it's not available electronically in the database, we can go to the catalog to see if it's available electronically. If you can't click and get something, then you can do an interlibrary loan request for that item, and if it's sitting in the library, we'll scan it and send it to you, or send it through the courier. And if it's not anywhere for anybody, we'll do an interlibrary loan request.